We just spent the last few weeks exploring Key West, the Everglades, and Dry Tortugas National Park.
At Dry Tortugas.
But it's now time to start our week-long journey from Ocala, Florida to Merced, California.
Whoa, look at this hair.
Over the next 2,655 miles, we are going to explore the beautiful southern route across the United States.
All the methods we've been in from Miami to here, these are the nastiest.
Along the way, we plan to make a few fun stops, including seeing manatees, a cabin in the middle of nowhere, and another national park. If you've ever wondered what it's like driving across the United States,
I don't even think I'll take these.
well,
You ready? Let's roll.
it's time to go.
Oh, good morning everyone. This video is going to be a little different than our usual. Kari and I are about to embark on a road trip from Ocala, Florida, all the way to Central California. This isn't our first rodeo, but it will be one of the longer ones. And as you can see, we have a lot of stuff. So we're not just driving to drive, we work as traveling physical therapists, so we're all over the country for work, and we just finished an assignment here on the East Coast, well technically in the South, and our next one's gonna be on the West Coast. So we are headed all the way there.
And today begins our week-long road trip across the southern portion of the United States. So there's actually 4 people on this trip. My parents are joining us to help out with the drive, and we also enjoy having family along with us.
The packing sometimes can be a little cramped. We're gonna fit it all. We've done it, but yeah, it always gets a little bit hectic. And as we pack, this guy won't leave us alone because he wants to go so bad. So he's already in the car freezing his butt off. Oh boy. Oh man, this is it. We are going Florida to California. I'm assuming 3,000 miles. I don't know exactly yet. First stop, Georgia. So if you saw from our other videos, we've been in Florida for a little while on vacation, and we just stayed with Kari's family near Ocala, Florida. And today is our day of the road trip, or today is our first day of the road trip. However, last night we got to enjoy a few things here, and there's actually some really cool places. The first being Silver Springs. It was awesome. There's a cool boat ride out there. You can see manatees and a glass bottom boat, so the whole time you get to see wildlife. Check it out. All right, everyone, this is our day adventure here at Florida's Silver Springs. Let's go check out this glass bottom boat ride.
There's 8 manatees all around our boat. Yeah.
Whoa.
Look at this one coming up. And they're out there flopping around in them.
On this boat tour, you have the opportunity to spot numerous wildlife, including manatees, alligators, turtles, various types of birds, and if you're lucky, even monkeys. Seriously.
That's a big boy. The bottom drops down to 55 feet. This is Mammoth Spring.
Oh my goodness.
Right here at Silver Spring.
And because we are here in December and Ocala is home to the World Equestrian Center, they have a big Christmas light spectacular thing going on. They call it Winter Wonderland. So yesterday evening we got to go walk through there.
Welcome everyone to the World Equestrian Center.
We are in Ocala, Florida, and this is the biggest equestrian center, not just in the United States, but in the entire world. And right now they are completely decorated for their winter wonderland with all their Christmas lights.
Okay, this place is absolutely decked out for Christmas. It's really cool too because you can see like the main ring that we're walking towards right now, and the hotel's behind it, and this is where they hold like world-class competitions. Yes, that is a gingerbread horse made out of solid gingerbread. That's just absolutely crazy. And he's eating a gingerbread man.
These skis, I've never been on skis before.
This is your first time. You put a foot on each one.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of information about our trip so far. So technically, although we are driving to California, our first stop is actually gonna be for 2 nights in Georgia. This is like our last hurrah before we get home and have to prepare to go back to work. We are staying at the Postcard cabins. It is this gorgeous place out in the woods. That's where we're headed first.
So because it's such a long drive and we don't want to have to stop multiple times, we carry ice chests with us so we can keep cold drinks, cut up fruit, and snacks with us. Sandwiches that are easy access on the drive so we don't have to get off and stop multiple times.
Oh. All right, it's officially started. 6 hours and 34 minutes from now, we will be in our first stop.
And I'd just like to point out, when Tyler's driving, we usually ride in silence. There's no radio.
I was listening to educational video.
And sometimes he'll put on a podcast. When I drive, I have to have music on. But this is our current situation with Tyler driving.
It gives me time to think. Can we get a comment? Who's right? Do you prefer to drive for multiple hours in silence and just have your own thoughts? Or do you like the music so loud that you can't hear nothing else? Oh.
One of the worst things about road trips is the food. Whoa, look at this hair. You didn't tell me I looked this good. There's a debit card just sitting here.
Oh.
I went and put it inside. Stormy, I hear you like quesadillas.
If you've done any type of road trip before, you know that the easiest thing to get is fast food. So of course, we got Taco Bell. All right, enjoy some Georgia scenery. In case you are wondering, yes, we always travel with our dog. It makes it very easy because he's tiny. He wasn't trained to sit on the center console, but it's the perfect size for a 7-pound Yorkie.
We are here in mid-December and it's like they just had their peak fall foliage. You can still see trees that have a lot of leaves on them and they still have a lot of color. So it's actually, I would not expect this late in the year, this late in December, but it's so beautiful. This is northern Georgia and we have fallen in love with northern Georgia. Sweet home Alabama.
All right, we drove another few hours. We stopped at a Walmart to get some groceries for tonight. We got about an hour and a half left. We started at 9 and it is 4:30. So we'll probably be driving till close to 6 o'clock. This is the joy of a long cross-country road trip though. You get to stop and watch sunset in a Walmart parking lot. We have about 3.5 miles to go, And this is honestly exactly the kind of place Kari books, but this is the road we're taking to get to our place tonight.
It's single lane and no street lights. Come on in. They're huge beds, but it's a tiny cabin.
Holy smokes, they are huge beds.
We don't know why every place that has a rental has white sheets and bedding. It's so easy to get dirty.
For the record, it's still clean.
Welcome to our humongous cabin for the next 2 nights.
Put your arms out. You can reach the door.
And my parents' bed all at one time.
And Chef Kari is whipping up some burgers. I don't like my burnt. Ooh.
Perfect. Perfect.
Nice job. She is a chef. Fries and burgers are her specialty. Good morning. We are here at the Arena Cabin, Postcard's cabins in Talladega Valley. And it is a cool morning, and it's time to go walk my dog. Checking on us? Checking on us? You look like you slept well.
So last night was a rough night. We were on the top bunk. It was very hot. We have some family members that snore, so I was lucky to get 3 hours of sleep. So there's a nature trail here at the place that we're staying, so we're gonna go check that out. And the town that we're staying in is one of like the most oldest historic towns here in Alabama. So after our walk, we're gonna go check out the town, but Tyler and I are just gonna have to bite the bullet and get our own cabin for the night if we want to get some sleep tonight, because we got another long day tomorrow. But gonna make the most of our day here today and enjoy what we can on limited sleep.
So that was a nature loop. There are actually 2 of them, a north and south one. Now we're just walking the road back to our place. As Kari said, Bergs? As Kari said, Childsburg is one of the oldest towns in Alabama. And there is supposedly a scenic looking bridge we're gonna go check out. And who knows what else. So we are here at one of the historic locations in Alabama at Childersburg. This is the Kymulga Mill. I hope I'm saying that right. The Kymulga Grist Mill was constructed in 1859 and took 3 years to build. And it was put into commercial production in 1864. It ran on water power until 1970 and ground about 30 bushels per hour. All the existing equipment was installed as the mill was constructed and is still operable today. The mill is capable of grinding meal, grits, flour, chicken feed, and shorts. Here on the first floor is the flour packer. This packer is over 100 years old and was used in this mill to pack flour into wooden barrels or burlap bags. As you can see, everything throughout the mill is numbered, and there is a guide that they provide you that has every single bit of information for each numbered object.
And this?
Yep.
Wow.
Man.
This thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, on a real hot day, that feels real
Put
good.
your head right there. I want to see it go there.
Oh, it will.
Number 7, 8, and 9 right here are basically mini elevators that would move the meal or wheat from the first floor to the second floor. You can go to the second floor, just watch your step.
Wow.
The big centerpiece in the room right here is number 20, the flour and meal bolters. This machine separates the bran from flour or meal. The most interesting part of this for us was that there was actually horse hair brushes right here. How cool is that? This was honestly one of the best stops on our road trip because it is so fascinating to see that this was all hand built and still could be operational today.
I wouldn't doubt this didn't have wooden spoke wheels on this yet.
Were the seats wooden like this too?
Now, back in World War II, you couldn't get rubber for this, and it needed new tires. This front left one is from a 1917 Willys, and the other 3 of these tires are actually Indian motorcycle tires.
Yeah.
It'll crank over. It's not easy.
This is your second hard labor of the day.
Now you gotta push it in. Now you're locked in.
Oh, there you go. Now you can.
Oh, that's a whole body effort.
Imagine if that thing kicked back on you.
Oh. That's how you gotta start a car. That's how you start it. Oh. The only place in the United States that has the original mill and original bridge from the 1800s.
This is the only place?
That's what you just said.
Oh, wow.
It has both of them at the same spot. You can see the grooves from where the wagon wheels rode. Let's go, boy. We are back at the campground, and like we said, we did end up getting our own cabin tonight. We need to get some sleep because we have another long drive tomorrow. So we're gonna check out what a cabin for 2 people looks like, because last night we had the double bunk, so tonight should just be a single one. So come check it out with us. Well, these are very tight, cozy cabins. We'll give you a quick tour. Here's our bed. Here's the cabinets. It comes with a little radio, Bluetooth, or you can actually get a channel. We've got a 2-burner stove with a little mini fridge, a sink, a little trash can and paper towels, our table, and it even has a bathroom with flushable toilets and a shower.
And this is where we'll be spending a couple hours to sleep. All right, everybody, we are back at the original cabin. We just finished dinner, and now we are doing our fire.
Campfire? Come on. No? Okay. Good morning from our own little cabin. We slept so good last night and we feel so much better today. So much more rested than the last couple days. You ready? Let's roll.
know you're in for a treat when your map says, okay, continue straight for 220 miles.
So sometimes you get tired of listening to the same thing over and over again on the radio, or Tyler, we get tired of the silence. So we're watching a YouTube video while driving today. Kari and Nate, thanks for entertaining us on this ride.
30 minutes, it got so close.
There you go, that was your hair tree. Really threw us into the deep end. That's right, yeah.
You knew who's who and their personalities. It was almost like there was
This always happens to me when it's my turn to drive, the bad weather arrives. When we first drove to Alaska, as soon as I took over the drive, it was literally like a blizzard hit. And I was like, I couldn't even take my hand off the steering wheel to shift. I was like holding on like this, and Tyler was having to downshift for me.
Just pull to the
Should
side.
I stop on the trucker side?
Yeah. You could, I don't know. Here we are, Mississippi. The birthplace of America's music.
All the bathrooms we've been in from Miami to here, these are the nastiest we've been.
Hold on, turn right here. Turn right here.
You got to hold your breath.
On the count of 3, say hello from Mississippi. 1,
Hello.
2, 3. Hello from Mississippi.
One and all.
There we go.
We're out of here. Can you guess that giant river? That's right, that was the Mississippi. We were in Tennessee for about 20 minutes or less, went through Memphis super fast, and now I think we're headed into Arkansas. I haven't looked at the map yet, but if I know my states well, which I don't know them that well.
The sign's right there.
Oh, yep, it's Arkansas. All right, we made it. This is the state we're staying in tonight. We still have 2 hours to go, but not bad time. It's only 2:30. Dark skies upon us, basically the whole day.
Getting all the winter weather today on today's drive. We went from rain this morning to now fog. Good thing fog is something we're used to, because if you grew up in the Central Valley, or you've ever been in the Central Valley in the winter time
Of California.
you know what fog is.
This is actually pretty thick.
Yeah.
Is that the Queen?
Nothing too exciting happened this night. After we got in, ate some dinner, it was time to get on our computers and do some online work for our upcoming job.
Man, it is 4:30, and some days you just don't get sleep on a road trip, which makes the driving hard. I was awakened by some really loud thunder. I just can't go back to sleep. Came outside and there was a few lightning strikes going on.
Stormy, get them! Who is that?
Kari's gone crazy from driving 4.5 hours straight.
Stormy, get him! Who's that? Who is that?
There's a dog way in the car behind us with a walkie-talkie.
You can see your ears popping.
It is so sunny today, way different than yesterday. It was so cloudy and rainy, although this morning, as you saw, it was lightning and thundering. We got through the rain pretty quickly though, and it's been sunny ever since. But if you're from, I don't know, I think they have these everywhere. Have you ever been to a Cracker Barrel? Because that's where we're going. Thank you. Look at the things they have. And they only have just 1 cup a day. How long do you think I'll take to eat?
You? You and your dad? You and your dad can finish that in a day.
That's like, yeah, afternoon. This is my motto.
It's on, thank you.
One thing in the morning is not touch me. This is Kari's motto. I smile because you're my sister. I laugh because there's nothing you can do about it. Casey, you know what I'm talking about.
Hold on, I need to buy you that mug because this couldn't be more accurate for you.
That'll do it for Cracker Barrel, everybody. Pretty cool spot. I don't know about the food. Carol and Roger loved it, but cool shop. That Hershey bar is calling my name. And I would like to ask, have you eaten at Cracker Barrel? Do you think it's good? Is it something you strive to go to for dinner? Some people love it. Others, it's questionable. Carrie, you love Cracker Barrel? Hold this, please.
I don't love Cracker Barrel. However, I have made the recipe for the Cracker Barrel hash brown casserole at home, but never actually tried their hash brown casserole, so I got a side today just to try and see if it was the same. It's actually pretty similar. I just don't put onions in mine.
We're gonna head to the Airbnb. You know, usually, I'll share a little more about road trip information. So normally we book hotels. I would argue they're quicker and probably more cost efficient on a road trip. But when you travel with 4 people and 2 dogs and 2 bikes and cars full of stuff that you have to unload, it can be really cumbersome. And 4 people in a hotel room can get crowded at times.
And a little bit noisy.
Especially because if someone snores, doesn't wake me up, but then Carrie yells, Roger! Anyways, so we're doing Airbnbs, and we're gonna go check this one out. I don't think there's anything special about it, but it's close. It's a cold one today. It's 30-something degrees. We finally made it to the cold. We are in Oklahoma City. I'll be honest, this Airbnb was great. Whew. Spencer's already loaded. And getting toasted up. Officially, 36 degrees. It is 7:50 in the morning, and we're about to head out at 8 o'clock because we have an 8-hour drive to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So far, this trip has been all Airbnbs, not a single hotel. And honestly, we looked at the price. Some of the hotels are like $200 a night, and we got this guy, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath mobile home for the same price. It has been so much better than lugging all of our stuff into a hotel every single night. And we can park right by this. So, perfect. It's our longest ride of the day, longest ride of the week, 524 miles, only 7 hours and 18 minutes of drive time. It'll probably end up being a 10-hour day. Check out that glass teepee. So we've been trying to stop and go to the bathroom for like the last 45 minutes, but Carrie was right. This part of Texas, there's not much. We missed the rest area. One rest area didn't have a bathroom, and now we're just driving and looking. But I do have a question for anyone out there. We are passing a bunch of windmills, and it's a little windy. You can tell the wind's blowing, but all these are stopped. So does anyone know how that works? Aren't they supposed to turn with the wind?
There's no water in that.
Holy smokes. It's packed.
If you have ever driven through Amarillo, you have seen signs or seen the big cowboy for the Big Texan. We couldn't miss a chance to stop here and have some lunch.
That's a lot of food. Prime rib.
Yeah, prime rib.
Oh, baby.
It looks yummy.
What you get? Mac and cheese.
There seems to be a theme.
I don't like charbroiled burgers.
And the Big Texan is technically gluten-free because it's steak. They wrapped it in foil and cooked on a grill that only cooks steak. So I got to have a steak and a baked potato, which is wrapped in foil as well. Perfectly protected.
It is cooked to perfection.
It's a good day.
Okay, that was absolutely delicious. I did finish 8 ounces, not 72. To get the free steak there, you have to eat 72 ounces, go up on stage. They start a 1-hour timer. And if you eat it all, and the baked potato, whatever else they give you, it's free. There's no way. 8 ounces and a baked potato later, I'm full. And her mac and cheese was delicious.
Yeah, that's good. The place is really cool. They actually have hotels here you can stay at. So also right off the freeway, they have a gift shop. They have cool little arcade games in there for the kids. So just an overall fun stop for the family.
It's all in. 3 tires on a Eclipse. We got off the freeway for old Route 66, the original historic route. This is to Kari. It's like a classic western town. As you can tell, it has seen better days. I think it was obviously well traveled before the freeway was built next to it. And Roger, as you just heard, has been through here so many times he used to get a discount at a hotel.
Yeah, there's a motel we stayed at so much that the guys actually give us a discount.
All right, everybody. We have 2 days left on the road. We are in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I just need to get some energy out because we've been in the car for several days. So very short morning jog just to stretch out a little bit. And then we'll be heading to Williams, Arizona. You know, there's actually a freeze warning in effect too. It is 26 degrees out, hence the wool socks. And that's it. Didn't measure it. I think about a mile. It's a little chilly. Let's get back in. All right, a couple things. If you have never been to the West, kind of like this whole desert scene, you may want to keep some lotion on hand because it is so dry out here. We were living in South Carolina for 5 months, and while I did use some lotion occasionally, I've used this 3 times on my hands this morning because they are so chapped because my body is not used to this dry weather. And as you can see, Kari's driving and we hit our first traffic jam.
We were wondering why the time on our ETA kept increasing. Well, now we know.
All right, just checking in because I have a question and I really want to know, what do you prefer? East Coast with all the trees, that middle part like the Texas, which was just plains, or the desert landscape? Vote down below in the comments. I'm interested. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I want the trees. Although we had the most beautiful sunset coming into New Mexico last night, and that's one thing I remember about Arizona and living in the desert, is we had the most beautiful sunsets regularly.
She's petrified.
It is right off the freeway. It is right there.
We're here, Petrified National Forest.
I did not realize this was on our stop, and my brother's like, hey, you know you're gonna be driving right by here. So here we are. And this will be National Park number 28 for Tyler and I.
Petrified Forest National Park is located just off the I-40 freeway near Holbrook, Arizona. We have driven past the signs for this park multiple times, but finally made it a point to stop this trip. This park is best known for its fossils and has an ecosystem that is over 200 million years old. There are many things to do at this park, including overlooks and short trails, and you can even get backcountry permits. Due to time constraint, we opted for a shorter hike to allow us to get out, stretch our legs, and check out this new national park for us.
I've never done this before, but our Airbnb has a record player.
Hey,
It should just drop down, wouldn't it?
This one's too big.
There you go.
On. Like this?
No, there. Okay, yeah, I guess you had, no, on the very edge. There you go, right there.
It's our first time for everything.
We are bundling up because it's like 40 degrees and we want to go walk downtown Williams.
So, we are in Williams, Arizona. It is a stop on the historic Route 66. This is our last night before arriving in California tomorrow. It is 40 degrees and we had to get out and explore the town because it is not only a historic stop on Route 66, but as you can see, it is decked out for Christmas. It's chilly, all right. It is a chilly 37 degrees, but I wanted to say I rode a bike on Route 66. Whew. I gotta get back because I can't feel my hands. Headed to California today to wrap it up.
Let's go. Let's go. And today is the last day of our road trip. This is day what? 6 or 7, I don't know, but we're leaving Williams really early because we have like 8 to 10 hours of drive time today. So hope you've enjoyed following along on our road trip all the way from Florida back to the West Coast, California.
So we just left and I'm not even back in California yet, but you want to know how you know you're getting close? Look at these gas prices. Regular. Almost $4 for regular. We are in the middle of nowhere in Arizona, but we are getting near California and they're gonna get pricey.
When you just need to get out and stretch your legs. No, actually we lost my parents back there and we can't get a hold of them on our walkie-talkie, so they're clearly pretty far back. We forgot to get off on a stop when they asked us to get off, and so they went ahead and got off so they could use the bathroom. We're like, dang, we're going really slow waiting for them, so we're just gonna pull off. So here we are on some random roadside stop, throwing rocks and waiting till we hear from them. And someone may have found another bathroom.
For those of you that have been to California, this isn't probably a shocker, but if you've never been to California, does this look like the California that you hear about? Show them, Kari.
Wow, isn't it so beautiful?
So, a lot of people, well, some people don't know, we have desert tumbleweeds. It is warm, it is 70 degrees, and it is December. It's fortunately dry, there's no humidity. Oh man, another 125 miles. But yeah, this is Barstow, California, the southeast section as you're coming in from Arizona, and it is straight desert.
So that, if you've never seen one, is a Joshua tree, and in fact there is a whole national park dedicated to those trees here in California.
So if you ever do the drive from, from Barstow to Bakersfield, you will go through a town called Tehachapi, which the only time it's truly beautiful is probably in December because it's actually green. So
it's not green.
What, it's not?
No. Oh. You're just colorblind.
Okay, well let me say this. It is less dead than if you were to come in August. Is that good?
Babe, it is so dead still.
Okay. Yeah, that's dead. And this is the middle of December. And coming up, this is the Central Valley of California.
Oh my gosh. Fog.
All right, and it is tradition anytime you come to California, you need to make your first stop in In-N-Out Burger. Kari. Who is that? Who is that?
You guys, we were so hungry. We just got back into the car and realized we didn't film a single thing while we were eating. It's 5 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock, but 5 o'clock from where we left today, and we didn't eat anything all day. And In-N-Out has sounded so good since like the day we got to South Carolina. So we do the best we can, but we scarfed that food down. Now we're back on the road.
So as we are wrapping up our drive through the Central Valley, you can see farmland all around us. Almond orchards right now. Show that, because that's smelly. Lots of cows. You can smell them from quite a ways away sometimes.
But as my dad would say, smells like money.
We made great time every day this trip.
Yep.
This is Tyler signing off.
We made it! 3,000 something miles later. Okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed the trip across the entire country, Florida to California. We made it. Actually, a really good time.
Yes.
This is like the earliest we've ever been back to my parents' house.